My name is Emma. I'm 28 years old, and I live in a quiet neighborhood in Chicago. From the outside, my life looks perfect. A kind husband, a clean apartment, a stable job. But inside, I feel empty. I married Leo 1 year ago. He's kind, patient, always hopeful. He brings me flowers every Friday, leaves sweet notes in my lunchbox, kisses my forehead every morning. He tries so hard, but I don't love him. I married him to forget someone else. Alex. Alex broke my heart, and I thought Leo could fix it. I was wrong. Every day I wake up and pretend. I smile when I want to cry. I say thank you when I feel nothing. I act like a wife, but I feel like a stranger in my own life. That night, standing on the balcony, Leo said softly, "I know you don't love me yet, but I believe you will." I didn't answer, because I already knew the truth. I never would. Our apartment looks like something from a magazine. Clean, bright, quiet, a soft couch, matching pillows, books on the shelf, candles on the table. People say it feels warm, but to me, it feels like a stage. Every morning, Leo wakes up before me. He makes coffee, leaves a cup for me on the kitchen table. Sometimes there's a note. "Have a beautiful day, my sunshine." I read it. I smile. Then I sit in silence and feel nothing. I get dressed. I put on makeup. I go to work at the bookstore. I help customers. I organize books. I laugh when people tell jokes. But inside, I'm tired. Tired of pretending. At night, Leo talks about his day. He asks about mine. I answer with phrases like, "It was fine. A little busy." I'm not lying, but I'm not telling the truth either. Sometimes, when he looks at me, I see something in his eyes. A question, a fear. Maybe he knows. Maybe he feels it too, but he never says it. We eat dinner together almost every night. Leo lights candles, plays soft music. He makes everything feel gentle and beautiful. He tries so hard, and that makes it worse. Because he deserves someone who means every smile. And I'm not that person. Sometimes, after he goes to bed, I sit on the couch alone. I look around at everything. Everything is perfect. But it doesn't feel like home. It feels like a beautiful box. I can't breathe in. I smile a lot at work, at the coffee shop, on the street. People say, "You both look so good together." When they see me and Leo, I nod. I thank them. I keep smiling. But behind every smile, there's a little lie. And I tell it so often that sometimes I almost believe it. Every time Leo hugs me in public, I hold my breath. I smile. But inside, I feel like I'm watching someone else's life, like I'm just playing a role, and I'm tired of acting. At the bookstore, my coworkers laugh and share stories. I join in. We talk about recipes and weekend plans, but in my head, one question echoes, "What are you doing with your life?" Sometimes I go to the restroom just to be alone. I sit on the closed toilet. I close my eyes. No noise, no eyes on me, just silence. And the truth, I don't hate my life, but I don't love it either. I feel like I'm floating, like I'm not really living, just repeating the same day, again and again. One evening, Leo picked me up from work. He opened the car door and smiled. "I missed you today." I smiled back, but I didn't miss him, and that made me feel awful. That night I lay beside him in bed. He fell asleep fast. I stared at the ceiling and whispered, "I'm sorry." He didn't hear it, but I needed to say it. Because every day, I smile at the world and cry inside myself. It was Friday. Leo always does something special on Fridays. That evening I came home to candles. Soft music playing. The table was set. He cooked my favorite meal, chicken pasta with garlic bread. He wore the blue shirt I once said I liked. The lights were low. The apartment smelled like fresh basil. He smiled when I walked in. His eyes said, "I've been waiting for you all day." He pulled out my chair. He poured the wine. He toasted, "To us." I raised my glass. "To us," I said, but I didn't feel anything. The food was good. The music was soft. Leo told a funny story from work. He laughed. I smiled. But inside, I felt cold. Not angry, not sad, just empty. After dinner, he took my hand. "Let's go for a walk," he said. So we went. We walked to the park near our apartment, under the old oak tree, the place where he proposed to me 1 year ago. He looked at me and said, "Remember this place? I told you I'd love you forever." I wanted to scream, "Leo, I don't love you. I never did." But I didn't. I looked at the tree, then at him, and I stayed silent, because I didn't want to destroy his joy, even if it meant destroying my own peace. That night, I couldn't sleep. I sat on the floor beside the bed. I didn't cry, I just felt heavy. And for the first time, I thought, I need to leave. I'm not built for this kind of love. It was a quiet Sunday. Leo made pancakes. Then, across the table, he asked, "Emma, can I ask you something?" I nodded. "Do you want to have a baby?" My fork froze. I couldn't look at him. A baby? With a man I didn't love? How could I give life when I felt so empty inside? Finally, I whispered, "I'm not ready." He didn't argue, just nodded slowly, but I saw it, the sadness in his eyes. That night, I wrote in my journal, "Leo wants to build a future, but I'm still trying to survive the present." Later, I packed a small bag, just a few clothes, a book, my journal. Each item felt like a decision. Each zip sounded like goodbye. I stood by the door, bag in hand, heart racing. I turned back. He was still asleep, still smiling in his dreams. And that broke me. I sat on the floor and cried, quietly. I didn't want to hurt him, but staying was hurting me. The next morning, I woke up on the floor. The bag was still there. Leo made coffee, kissed my cheek. "Good morning, my love. I believe in us." I wanted to scream, "Stop believing, please," but I stayed quiet. Again. That evening, he was on the couch with 2 cups of tea. He smiled. "Sit with me?" I sat, but not too close. My hands were shaking. My heart was loud, and for once, I didn't push it down. "I need to tell you something," I said. He waited. "Leo, I care about you. You are a good man. But I don't love you. I never did." He didn't move, but his eyes turned red. he said quietly. I knew, Emma. I saw it in your eyes. I just didn't want to believe it. Tears filled my eyes. I'm sorry, I whispered. I never meant to hurt you. Leo looked down. Then he said, I love you, Emma. I really do. But I can't be the only one trying. If your heart isn't here, I won't hold you back. His words were soft, but they cut deep. Even when I broke his heart, he was still kind. That night, I slept on the couch. The apartment felt different, quiet, heavy, like the walls knew it was ending. Leo slept in our bed. We didn't talk much, but there was no anger, only space, only time. If you enjoyed my stories, please like, watch it later. And second part is next in video. Thank you.